It's your girl, Miss Connie, coming to you every Wednesday at 5 p.m., discussing the levels of intimacy. What's your naked truth? Stay tuned in to stay turned on. See you at 5.
Hi. Hey.
What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
This is Miss Connie from Levels of Intimacy. You're tuned in to Hot 702.5 FM. What is up? Yes, hello everyone. It is that time. It is 5 o'clock on Wednesday, and it is hump day, happy hour, and you see, wig off Wednesday. I went with the low, okay? I'm not even going to say the word, but you guys already see me shining. I done showed up to the show shining already. The Hot Flash has appeared. That is our guest, as well as I have one more person in the room beside that girl, okay? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you time to step in here. I'm so excited today. You guys have been calling and checking in like, Connie, we ready? It's like, hey, I'm loving the engagement. I am definitely here for it. And today, you know, I'm going to speak on levels of intimacy, but I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to tap into another platform here. We're going to talk about some financial literacy and how that shows up in a relationship and how intimate that conversation is about finances. You got to have a job if you want to be with me. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. Hey, okay. Y'all know I had to throw that in there real quick. But yes, I see you guys coming in. Thank you all for coming in. Today's show is about Cash Flow Diaries. I have a special guest in the house all the way from Cali. He is here to talk some, not cents, some dollars. Okay? Because the last I checked, this man was worth a couple of zeros. I don't even want to say how many because I don't want to misquote, but all I know is that I'm trying to get there with him. And shout out to, first off, this great radio platform that I have the pleasure of being upon. That is Hot 702.5 FM Risky Radio, because we always gonna keep it hot. And I do have my girl E over here engineering for me because I must not be she just here for us today, okay? Because she want to be all up in this conversation. She ain't ticking talking. She right here, y'all. She with me. But so let me stop talking because I don't have a lot of time and this goes fast. Let me introduce my guest, but before I do, I want to give you a little intro on him. I dropped his name earlier. This is Mr. J. Massey. He is an author, a speaker, and a mentor, and a host of Cash Flow Diary. You can find him on a plethora of platforms, but I'm going to have him break that down for you. But he's over 200 real estate transactions worth $14 million across 8 states, guys. Okay, this man is not 100,000 years old. Okay, he is of age, and you know, if you on this show, it's something. So the way we even came in contact, y'all, it was all about the right swipe. Okay, we're going to get back to that. Anyway, let me go back to this intro. He is also an international investor, a master problem solver of whose problems. Let's figure it out. And he is currently involved in a vacation resort village project. We'll find out also where that is. And a landlord, private lender, and investment manager. He educates others on investing in residential, multifamily, and commercial properties for passive income. John J. Massey has a bunch of events and a lot of answers to many of our questions. But the only thing I want to know is, Jay, what is your naked truth about dating and finances? Okay. Let's talk about it. Thank you for coming. Introduce yourself. Let them know.
Oh Lord, dating and finances. This is gonna be fun already.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
So, hi guys. I'm out there on all the platforms. Cashflow Diary, on everything, whether that's TikTok, Instagram, etc. And I've had the privilege now of being a mentor to many. Retired when I was 38, for the first time anyway, and I got bored, so I started teaching other individuals. And at this moment, I claim 7 families that I've helped cross 7 figures, and that's pretty much how I measure the success that I do today. Is by the number of families that I help, not the money I make.
I love that. So you say you were a millionaire, or you retired
At 38,
and how old are you now?
49.
Okay, so 11 years into retirement, but you got bored at
38 and a half. That thing was boring. There was nothing to do. What are you talking about? I mean, we think that's the funniest thing. We think, oh, I'll have nothing to do, or I can do what I want. And then when you can do what you want, you got nobody
Nothing.
to play with.
hence there goes that right swipe.
Here we go.
Okay,
I knew this was coming, though.
of course, this is the naked truth. So I'm all in your
Let's do it.
business. You know, I'm in your pockets like Lynn
let's
at
go.
this point.
Let's fine. I got the roller.
Right. So, okay. So let's tell us a little bit about your personal self so I can dig deep. Children?
4.
Ages?
27, 16, 15. She's 14 still. 14 and 13.
Okay. Marriages?
1, 2. Hopefully no more. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Divorce?
Probably.
Single? Separated?
Oh my God. Okay. She's just good. You just want all.
Because I need to know. Like,
you need to know.
Levels of intimacy.
Okay, what it comes down to is it should be finalized in about 60 days.
Okay, so not to be in your business,
but to be in my business.
But to be in your business.
Go for it.
What I'm realizing at this age, just a little bit off the beaten track, but definitely always on the same street, being single at this age,
it's a different.
what we are coming in contact with is broken homes and single families. And I'm wondering, do you feel as if a lot of the non-survival, you know, like what's happening in relationships? Is it finances? Is it communication? Being, you know, because people always think that money is everything. Oh, you know, but if you're a millionaire at 34 in a relationship, what happens? Because a lot of people think that it's a money issue, and it's not always. When you have money, what is the root to the evil?
Got it. Totally understood. So, well, if you're a man and watching this, you're probably going to be upset at me right now. Well, that's fine.
And I have a lot of male watchers too.
That's good. That's great. Because I believe very strongly that if a relationship succeeds, it's my fault. And if it fails, it's also my fault. It's the man's fault, period.
Ooh,
it's also my
explain.
responsibility. So what it comes down to is I am to be the leader, period. And that means the buck stops with me. That means the final decision stops with me. That means when it comes down to, hey, can we go to Turks and Caicos, or can we just go and, you know, or not? And I say no. I get it. We may have the resources to go, but that doesn't mean we go. It means no, or maybe not yet, right? So being able to get clear on a lot of things is a challenge.
So communication.
It's not just communication. See, in order to even establish proper communication, you must first establish what I like to call a sandbox between me and the woman.
Okay.
That sandbox is a nice, safe place where I'm going to demonstrate what vulnerability looks like so that she can come in and play with me.
Okay.
Because if this relationship is going to have a chance at succeeding, I already know we're going to have a disagreement. We are two completely different individuals. And if you can't talk about finances, you can't talk about money or sex and everything else in a calm fashion, you're going to have a problem.
Exactly. I saw a post and it said, we are clearly lost when we will hand a man we will argue about giving our car keys, but we'll give our bodies. Like, where is the
Understand.
value? Understanding that there's a difference between money and there's a difference between value, and that relationships and just that level of intimacy. So my next question is, retiring at 34.
38.
I'm sorry, 38. What did your childhood look like? Were you?
I was Fayetteville, North Carolina, 28306, the same place J. Cole came from. Military kid.
I love J. Cole.
Yeah, everybody does. So there was nothing that if you statistically looked at that zip code, there's nothing that says I should have made it out of there alive. Not even past 19.
Wow.
We went overseas. I grew up in Germany from 1979 to 91.
Okay.
And then came back. So I know nothing about the 1980s at all.
Okay.
And it's a weird thing, but it's also, that was one of the hardest times for Black American males in the United States. So I consider myself, in a sense, lucky because I got spared that. Mm-hmm. And but I grew up overseas.
Okay. That's and we always want to know what's that starting point. So a lot of people, you realize that when they reach these levels of financial freedom, they hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
What was your rock bottom?
So,
what age and what was the rock bottom?
Yeah, no problem. I'm going to get there. It says I was 30. So, it's 06. So I was squatting in bank-owned property. Credit score was 398.
What?
My wife, yeah, I know. The 3 was in the front. Just to be clear, okay. I know. It's like, wait, I didn't know it went that low.
Right.
I understand. So what I'm saying though is, that was the situation. I have a PhD, public high school diploma. Okay.
Period.
Right.
One more time. Let's say that one more time.
Public high school diploma.
Okay.
That's all I got. And my wife at the time, when she's pregnant, she has a condition known as hyperemesis. It basically means she could not consume water or bread.
What?
While pregnant. So that was stressful for me.
Okay.
I went to go play volleyball, jumped, punctured my lung. I could not walk and talk simultaneously without fainting. That is how I started.
Wow. Okay. So you were squatting in your property.
Yeah. Yeah. And all the things. No job, no money, no credit. Trying to figure out how to eat. I was literally selling our personal possessions on eBay, and then I would go to other people's garage sales and sell their stuff over and over again. And
that aha moment.
There was no aha moment. A friend came to me and said, I think you should get involved in real estate investing. I looked at him and said, unless you know a way, because I have no money and no credit, you're going to have to show me everything. Now, see, here's what happens. Most of the time when we're presented with an opportunity, we come up with all the reasons why it won't work.
Hello.
Where our deficiencies
Self-sabotage.
are. Right there, right in front of us. And we act like, okay, cool, because this is what I see. No one else could see anything else. Mm-hmm. And depending on how close your mentor is, there's probably a level, watch this, intimacy between you and him that allows him to see things inside you that you don't even know exist. And that's exactly what happened. And he showed me exactly what I needed to do using no money and no credit. And today, even though I've owned commercial retail centers like this one, more than 200 single-family homes, lots of apartment buildings, cell phone towers, and I've been the bank. I've still not used a bank loan because I just know how to buy stuff without using a bank loan. That's how I learned it. So I've never taken the time to even figure out how to fill out a 1003. Because why?
Hello. Okay. And here I go with a quote.
Good boy.
Create income before you create debt. This man has a PhD.
Public high school diploma.
He does not have a real estate license.
No. I'm always the
He did not invest $1.
Oh, yeah, no.
Into the process. But the mindset of success.
Right. You gotta Oh, sorry.
Go for it.
No. I was going to say that it's about understanding the process of value creation. We think now I'm going to get some technical here, currency in your wallet. In fact, most of you watching this, you've never used money. Mm-hmm. You've used currency, and there's a difference. But here's the thing. What is valuable isn't the money. What's valuable is the solution. The marketplace does not care about your situation. It never has. We put that on ourselves. We say, I can't do X, Y, and Z because I don't have. Wealth is a team sport. Wealth is also for everyone. They just didn't tell you. And what it comes down to is the marketplace only cares about your solution, not your situation. So that's called now what? And so what are we going to do about it? That's where the difference is. And once you understand that, you can move forward. And I'll give you an example. The last time you went to the hospital, emergency room, for example, here's what you didn't do. You didn't ask anybody what their grade was in biology. You didn't. You don't know where they you have no clue.
Exactly.
They just dressed the part and were in the right place.
Exactly.
And the only thing you cared about is, can you solve my problem?
Yeah.
And that's it. The marketplace is like that at every level. We think, well, unless I'm blessed by some organization with a receipt, also known as a degree, I can't do XYZ job. Says who? Can you solve a problem? Great. If you can solve it for one, you can solve it for 100, you can solve it for 1,000. That's all I do.
Okay, guys, I see you in here. You guys are present for this information. I'm just so excited to even have you on here. And I've had a slight conversation with you prior to me starting this show, you know, because I had a conversation with Jay before I went on this radio host journey, and he gave me some vivid instructions that I did not follow.
Well, you know,
and
that makes you human.
Yeah, it does. And you know what, though? What I understand in business is, and I say it every show, silence is the loudest noise. You know, and you just made a statement about wealth is about...
wealth is a team sport.
It's a team sport. Wealth is a team sport, and wealth and riches are two totally different things.
Correct.
And what I've learned in my early 50s is that I know how to work hard, but I do not know how to work smart.
Okay.
And that was, to me, a humbling realization, you know, because I deal with so many different people on so many different levels and platforms. And one of my mentors, Brian Lamont, he's a promoter. His wife is, she created the Mahalia Jackson story on Netflix.
Okay.
So he's really, really influential in my ear. And he said to me, Connie, are you intimidated by millionaires? And I'm like, what? Why would I be intimidated by millionaires? Like, no, but it was like, you know what? You're not ready. You know, and I think at some point that I really was. So preparation is everything. And like you said earlier, too, that self-sabotage mindset, you know, we always peel layers back to start our growth. And I haven't even said it to many, but I completed a course with Cornell University, a woman's entrepreneurship masterclass. So
Awesome.
now I put myself in a position to have this a masterclass and to be a teacher and a mentor as opposed to having all these free conversations. Because at some point, when you invest money and time and energy in things, you want to tell people. You don't want to be the gatekeeper. But there is something that goes with the person who is able to invest in growth.
No. There's so many things I want to say. I'm just waiting.
Say it.
Well, here's a funny thing to think about. How do you make an idea more valuable? Share it.
Yep.
That's it. It's one of those things where when I give you an idea, it becomes more valuable for two reasons. One, you can use it. Two, you might improve it. Hear what I said. You can use it and you might improve it. And when you do improve it, it comes back to me even better. So I'm like, this is great. So share it with more people, right? And at the end of the day, what we have to decide is, who are you, right? Who do you want to be in this particular marketplace? All of us are participating in it. That's one way of looking at it. In fact, wouldn't it be interesting if Black Friday was more fun for you? Not because you got the TV for a penny, but because you were finally having a Black Friday where you are actually the one selling stuff. It's a different way of thinking. Like this, most of us don't like commercials. And here's the truth. The only reason you don't like a commercial is because it's not advertising your product.
Yeah, it's not relatable.
It's not your product. If it was your product you were getting paid for, you want that commercial
all
day.
Okay. Exactly.
Every day.
Right.
On every channel.
Right.
You would call it, Mom, it's on again. That's exactly what you would do. except it's not yours, but it could be.
Right.
Here is the formula. I'm going to give you the formula.
Listen, get your pen and papers.
100%.
Get your pen and papers.
So, I like math a lot. Math and money are the same. So just know that. And here's the formula. We were all taught, go to school, get good grades, get a job, take that job, build a life. So from that life, you're supposed to somehow buy a house, have some kids, get a 401k. Now with that retirement account, you're supposed to put $1 million in there and have it earn 7%. So you can end up with $70,000 over. Now, I said put $1 million in a 401k account. I know most of you are like, dude, I can't do that. I know. Very, very few people can. In fact, most can't. So let me say it this way. Here's a different way of looking at that exact same thing. Assets become your income. Mm-hmm. We keep trying to use our labor. That's the problem.
Whoop, yep. And then we got a bad back, neck.
And that's what I tell people.
In the words of Kaya, my neck, my back.
Exactly. Because no matter how much you love your job, either your brain or your body is going to quit.
Yes.
I can't do this no more. That's what's going to happen. So here's the secret. If you use your labor to build an asset and then hear what I'm saying, learn to sell the use of the asset, not the asset itself. Sell the use of the asset into the marketplace, you win. Mm-hmm. That's it. You do that again and again and again because that asset never asks for time off. It never asks for any sort of FICA, FUTA, SUTA. For those of you who are employees, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
You don't have to do those. There's no vacation time for an asset. So let me give you a very simple strategy every person who is listening to me can do today. Learn to make one video. Just one. You have a phone. You're watching this on something, so you can make a video. Learn to make one video a day. Learn to get that same video to make $1 a day. Now watch this. Through the magic of consistency, you do that 365 days in a row, and this time next year, you will have a passive income of $133,365.
Okay, no, I'm going to need for you to give
back that
formula
up. Back one more time.
Because it's so crazy because I just had a conversation with one of my people, Tamani, and we were talking about content and being consistent and being present.
Yep.
And she was just saying like, hey, we need to come up with a formula. So one more time, we are like
make one video a day.
One video a day to make $1
a day. That's it. It's not even a lot. You get one video a day to make $1 a day, 365 days, and you end up with $133,365 of passive income.
Listen. Don't turn my video.
Yeah.
Wait for me right now.
All I'm trying to say. But
hey, we get ready to do this. Okay.
That's it. It sounds so simple, and it is. Mm-hmm. But here's the challenge. You and I, we will never out-earn our personal growth. If you've never been consistent, if you've never been a person who's been consistent, you could never show up consistently for yourself or for others. I now give you permission today. You are consistent. Great. So now you don't have to worry about the past. Go to the future. And it's challenging for us to do this. But that's the thing. We can't out-earn our personal growth. And now watch this. When I fail, I learn. When I learn and how to earn. Mm-hmm. So failure is a part of the process, but yet it's the very thing we keep trying to avoid.
Right.
Did you know you used to be really good at failing? I can tell you when it was. I can. Seriously.
When was it?
When you were trying to learn to walk. You were so good at it. You failed.
That was powerful.
Think about it. Because that toddler walking has the diaper falling off themselves, smiling, looking at you. You're smiling back. They fall down. But what do we do at that moment?
We make we feed into them and get them back up.
You're right. We don't go, oh, I guess you can't walk ever. No, we don't do that. But understand, that's a failure event. That toddler, you did not associate that event with your identity. You didn't become failure because you could not walk in that moment, because if you did, you would have never learned. And that's the thing. We forgot.
Wow, so powerful. Let's look at us today. This is so, I'm always on here and trying to relate my guests to conversations that people have with me. But just to be transparent and tell my naked truth, everyone that knows me knows that I do too much.
Okay. We can fix that.
Yeah. And
I have a formula for it.
Listen, I came here ready for you because I already know, like, you got to have it together when Jay shows up.
100%.
And a lot of people know me from being a stylist. I've been a master stylist for over 30 plus years.
Okay.
But I've been an event space owner for 5 years.
Okay.
And how I got into that was, like you said, a team dynamic, because when I invested in commercial real estate, it was simply because I didn't feel like dragging my items from space to space, and I wanted to create a home setting. So I created a space for my people to come. It has hence grown into something that I was not ready for.
Yeah.
So it has literally wore me out because I didn't have the team dynamic ready. And I knew that in the back of my mind, but completing my course at Cornell and understanding the structure of business, we as a culture, we have to be a little bit more transparent and have conversations. We have to network. We have to get with like-minded people. I'm not interested in someone watching a series of shows for 8 hours a day. I want to hear your struggle. I want to understand why you're not successful in your business, because there's something about me and someone that I know that can plant seed or water the seeds, and we can create some level of oxygen here. So, we can all coexist in business. But I recently, it's time for me to sign my lease, and I don't think I'm going to do it.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't feel as if,
Why not?
I don't want to sign the lease on my commercial space again.
So you decided you don't like money?
No, Jay, it's not that I don't like money.
That's all I heard.
No, it's like I want to give
freedom,
myself
then.
a break.
You don't
it's
like
no freedom.
You don't like freedom then?
I used to have freedom.
You used to have freedom. So you used to have freedom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go backwards and do what I used to do.
No, I'm still in business.
No, you just said you weren't going to sign the lease.
Overhead.
Yeah, overhead. Over whose head? Whose head is what over?
Oh my God.
Here's my point. You make the
Talk
same...
me back into $9,000 worth of bills.
Yeah, well, okay, so here's the thing. Okay, I'm going to talk you in the more.
Okay.
I'm not going to talk to you just in the $9,000. I'm going to wait, and I promise you, if you listen to me, you'll be paying $90,000 a month in rent.
Oh God,
if not more.
I can't afford a bank.
Yeah, okay, here's my point. Because I did the same thing. I had the same mistake. We believe things that we should not. For example, we have been programmed to be for what's against us and against what's for us. We believe time is money. Time is not money. Mm-mm. That's a math equation. Mm-hmm. Time equals money. No, that is not true. Time is greater than, AKA worth more than money. And here's how I know. Because if you had a terminal illness and had $1 million and the doctor said, I need that $1 million and you can have more life, you are making that trade. But yet, we don't live that way. So I'm going to teach you how right now.
Please.
All right. Very simple. You need to give yourself a minimum wage. This is the number one thing entrepreneurs forget to do. We don't give ourselves a minimum wage. So what would you like your minimum wage to be? You tell me. I'm going to tell you how to make this work.
Daily, weekly, monthly,
I don't
annually?
care. Just go with an hour.
An hour, I would like $57.
$57. Okay. For the sake of this conversation, I'm going to add it a zero. So here's what that means. I need all y'all to help me hold her accountable. She now has a minimum $570 an hour rate. That's her. Here's my point, okay? I started at $500. Well, this was years ago, but I started at $500. Well, that ain't. Well, okay. It's big for now.
I gotta tell myself that.
Okay, so
think big, bitch.
Yeah, okay.
Excuse me, Mom.
So here we go. Right. So here's my point. That means if it doesn't make the organization, the company, if what you are personally doing isn't worth at least $570 an hour, it means you don't do it. It doesn't mean it doesn't get done. It means you don't do it. Now, think two things happen. If the only thing you do is $570 an hour worth of value every time, is there some room in there to pay somebody else to do whatever else you need done?
Yes. I could pay all my people.
That's it.
I just want everybody to be successful and make some money.
But hold on. So what are the activities in your business that are worth $570 an hour? I'll give you a hint. This one. This is one of them. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. This is definitely one of them. I don't know the rest of them, but my point is you're gonna you're gonna be here. You have
Jay
to
giving
do
me a
this.
hot flash.
If that's all I'm giving you, then great.
down.
We'll see if I can't go for more. Here's my point. That will set you free. Because I was literally just having this conversation with another entrepreneur last night. We're entrepreneurs. We see the problem.
Yeah.
We see the solution.
Yeah.
We were given the vision.
Yeah.
And it's our responsibility to bring it to life. We don't get to shrink back.
You're right. God.
We are those that believe.
I know.
Right?
Yep.
That means forward. We live by faith, not by sight. Right?
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, Abraham was considered faithful for considering the facts and going forward anyway. My point to you is we have to be the exercise of that faith. Here's why. You don't know, but there's probably at least 100 people watching you who haven't told you that they're watching you. And they are saying, well, if she can't do it, neither can I. Think about that for a second.
No, I definitely don't want to put that energy out.
But you just did when you said you didn't want to do that $9,000 lease.
Well, I take that back.
Oh, well, see, that didn't take long now, did it?
I take it back. I'm just going to find a larger venue space.
It's not about you. You said it again. Wealth is a
we.
team. Yes. Royal we.
Listen.
Royal we.
Should I be sending cash apps?
Yep, maybe. But here's the point.
Cash app that $$
My point
for
is
Intims.C.
There
INTIMSC. That is the cash app. If you want to see Intims.C private and cozy events, stay in business because I'm tired.
You're tired. You're tired because you're doing too much.
I'm doing way too much.
That you're doing too much because, get this, you ain't going to like it because you're playing too small.
I am.
Well, I know.
Jay.
What?
I feel like I'm about to cry.
Well, that's happened before. That's happened before.
What?
It's $40. Wake up. Okay. Yes. I can't cry. I understand. Here's my point. It's okay because these things that we create, they feel like children. And they're just as disobedient. So what it comes down to is we have to do the work. You cannot out-earn your personal growth. There's 3 levels of CEO. There's chief everything officer. You know all about that. Mm-hmm. You are trying to grow to chief executive officer.
Yes.
And then you get to chief empowerment officer, which is the spot I love.
Okay.
Because that means I don't have to do the work and I'm only checking in on the people who do the work.
Man.
Think about this right now. I'm here with you. There's probably in Dallas, Texas, right around now, let's call it 9 different locations that are turning over. That means things got cleaned, new door codes got assigned, people arrived, parking, if they had questions. I don't know their name, but I know where that money shows up.
And here we are in our second segment to the Airbnb business. This is what he is speaking of, guys. Whew. Enough about me. Whew, that was like, I needed to hear that. So I'm gonna let you breathe and take some water because this is all divine intervention because Spirit has really been sending me the necessary people to be more successful, and I am putting that money amount on there like, hey, I don't feel as if I can have that money to hire you right now, as opposed to them, like you said, creating that dynamic as a team and creating that income.
Correct.
And I randomly talked to someone today I hadn't talked to in years.
Sure.
She called me about a situation, but she flips houses in Cleveland.
Okay.
I said, make sure you tap into my show today. That's crazy that you called me because I know someone who can help you be great. But she's suffering in some personal issues. And I was the person out of all the people. Me and this girl have never had a personal relationship, but we shared a best friend. Okay. And everybody knows me kind of like as that mother, MUVA, like, listen, let me call Connie because she can deal with it. And that's a hard... that's a hard
Right.
place to be, because I'm constantly carrying things and trying to fix situations, and and it's like, hey, I'm over here band-aiding myself up, but as long as you feel as if I'm that person for you, I do know there's somebody else. So the same way I'm helping people in their business, I got to help myself.
Correct.
Period.
You know what
Shit.
Moses did, right? He had Aaron.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't handle the weight on his own.
Yeah.
None of us can. The problem is too large, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, some of us, we have a negative neuroassociation with certain words. We spell words like help, W-E-A-K. And therefore, we're like, I don't want to be associated with that. And we don't ask for what we actually need, which that is actually the weakness. Feeling afraid, insecure, and unable to ask for what you actually need.
That's real. And I had it in my process of coming up with this decision that I just undecided.
That was fast.
Right. I spoke with a sales broker about selling my business because someone else was like, Connie, maybe you should talk to a broker because it's a successful business.
Yeah.
But, and after talking with him, he said, you know what you need? I said, I need an admin. I need this. I need that. He said, no, you need a salesperson.
He's right.
Never freaking thought about a salesperson because I think I just know everybody. I'm on the radio. I'm on TikTok.
Of course, you are.
Like, hey, I do this.
Yep.
But no, he like, Connie, I'm looking at you. Better Business Bureau. Like, you are 5-star. I have not a 4, 3, 2, or 1 on
Yes.
any platform.
Yes.
He said, you just need a salesperson, my dear.
Right.
I said, that's so crazy. But it's like, I'm so busy trying to figure out if I got some cleaning fluid up in there because I'm the janitor and that's what.
Okay, no, you're not. It's $570 an hour.
Right.
So you hire janitors. You're not the janitor. You were the janitor. You got laid off today. Congratulations.
Please let me lose a
That's what
job.
I'm talking about. That we do too many things. There's too many functions inside of a business. We cannot do them all. We think we can. We believe we can.
No,
we don't want to
cannot.
admit that I am at my limit. Do you know how many times I bought QuickBooks? How many times? Hear what I've said? How many times I bought QuickBooks thinking I will do my own books?
Right.
Yeah, no. That was not good. Did not happen. Still, it took me 3 years to finally go, here's a bookkeeper and get somebody else to do it.
That's real.
And I paid over $100,000 to get the taxes done. Not in taxes. $100,000 just for taxes.
Just for papers.
The preparation
paperwork.
to put all that mess back together.
Okay, so you were 34. 38.
38.
I keep saying 34.
It's
38.
okay. It's okay.
You're in your property.
Yes, it's sure.
You make that sale and start there and then go into the Airbnb business and how to create this same level of success for our watchers and our listeners.
Sure.
Go.
So what it comes down to is understanding. If you understand vending machines, you understand almost every other business on the planet. You can go to Costco or Sam's Club, depending on where you're watching this, and you could buy a case of water for $5. It's got 24 bottles. And then you go to the vending machine, you put 1 bottle in, and you pay $5 on the way out. You bought the entire case for $5. One person gives you $5 because they bought it from your vending machine. It's a repackaging play. Short-term rentals is exactly that. We repackage time. Write this down. Here's how you guarantee yourself a positive return on every deal. Buy time. That's it. I buy time and I sell time. That's what a short-term rental is. I buy 365 days time at once from a landlord.
Okay.
And then I resell each day individually.
Like a sublease.
Like a sublease, technically legally different, but yes.
Okay.
Concept's the same. And that's it. I dress it up a little bit, design, etc., put some systems behind it, make and turn it into a business. And I do that over and over and over again in many different cities and locations. And at this point, we've had the privilege of working with people in 17 different countries across the globe. Make sure you speak English. That's we don't teach in any other language. But so long as you speak English, we can help you figure this out in that country.
Well, see, now we need to get with Brian Lamont because he has the AI technology where he'll take that same voice and create it in any language. And
Say more.
so you're able to
Say
have
a
a
lot more right now.
conversation.
Really?
Yeah. So when this show is over, I'm definitely going to make sure that you guys link up. I'm actually, let me just tap in. Keep talking.
I'm talking. I'm thinking in my head, making my. See,
Yeah,
there's
no,
four
you're gonna
levels
love Brian.
there's 4 levels of value creation, and I tend to stay at the 4th level. So that's why I'm just like, wait, what did you just say?
Yeah.
Because that idea, because we don't understand the value of it. I told you earlier, the way to make an idea more valuable, share it.
Mm-hmm.
You just shared it and then said, I was like, wait, what did she just say?
Yeah.
Because that has the potential to help me, which has the potential to help we. Wealth is a team sport. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It can't be done alone. You just have to be open to it or choose to be open to it. And I've been open to it for so long. It just keeps coming, which is great. It's fun. But it's also a responsibility. A goal once obtained becomes a responsibility. And that's the thing. That's really what I teach. It's just disguised as short-term rentals. I just want more men, specifically black men, to learn to lead, specifically their families.
And speaking about that, you mentioned your children ages. So what age do you feel as if this is appropriate? Like, hey, let's
If what's
start
appropriate.
to teach about the business of the business because you came in later in life,
Yeah.
but being a father and being successful.
Yes. Has ruined my children 1,000%. But as soon as they're able to, I think it's 4th grade when they learn to use a calculator. That's it. Once you can use a calculator. So let me tell you, the math you need is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, a little bit of algebra, and how to use a financial calculator. That's the math you need to make money. All the rest of the math is for other people to do other things. So once they know how to use a basic calculator, they're off to the races. So there's a game out there, Cash Flow 101. Once my kids turn 9, I make them play.
Okay.
Now, fathers, watch this. I teach my girls to use it to screen out boys. Because if they can't play that game, I don't ever want to hear his name. Simple as that.
Right.
Okay? So, but they know this. And my girls and every kid before they graduate high school have their own business because that's like the thing. I know that you know how to make your own money. Period. Now, I don't care how you make it. And again, that's how I can turn almost anything into a business or an asset of some kind. So whatever they're interested in, I find a way to help them turn that into a business that they run, they own, they operate, they do their own thing. And that it's been working. So it teaches, hey, when they want a new pair of Jordans, well, how much money you got? So that's just how that goes.
Okay. So I still have people here on my gram, and they're still kind of questioning
Go for it.
how to go about that process of renting no money.
Yeah, got it. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, here's the thing. You have to understand that people with money have a problem. Your job as an entrepreneur is to use other people's resources to solve problems. So the person with money has a problem. You're like, well, I don't know any of them. Yes, you do. Because the thing that you don't know is the ERISA Act of 1974. It's the one that created the 401k. What does that mean? It means it can invest in other things. The 401k at your old job can invest in your someone else's business. So somebody else's 401k can become your startup capital. I just solved your problem because there's over $30 trillion inside of 401ks and they don't require a credit score. That's what I discovered. That's how I got my first $5 million of investment capital in sales, is other people's retirement accounts. I didn't know that at the time, but once I had that one idea, I was off to the races. This is also one of the reasons why I never need a bank loan, because everybody keeps putting money in these 401ks and then getting laid off and leaving the money behind. And don't know what to do with it.
Right.
And then I say, hey, guess what? You know that old statement in your junk drawer that you haven't looked at? Yeah, that money right there. Would you like to earn a better return on it? They're like, yeah. Great. Let's work.
Okay.
That's where the capital comes from. Second, vacancy is a problem for every landlord. Okay. They're advertising that one. Yeah. Hey, I'm vacant over here.
Right.
Cool. Now, the what's left is to make sure that you are transparent about what you are doing. Mm-hmm. Hey, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go and put other people in here, and then they're going to pay me, and that's how I'm going to pay you. And there are many landlords who are waking up to the concept and understanding that, hey, I've got to play game. Now, some landlords are going to want to do it.
Property manager.
It's but because my name, again, this is why you don't want to manage for other people. I hear you. Yes, there's less of a balance sheet risk, but it doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. You want to play as the principal. You want to get used to being the one taking the risk and being the one, because that's the one who gets the reward.
Okay.
So yes, it's not any more complicated than that. And the funniest thing is that it doesn't take that long to get a lease.
Okay.
Now, before we end, if you're nice to me, I will give you guys something for free so that everybody can actually hear all of the words step by step on how to do exactly what I just said.
Yeah, we got time. We got time for free.
Well, I said you got to be nice though. You got to be nice though.
You better be nice. You better be nice on this doggone show.
Talk to me nice.
Yes. Talk to us nice here. But okay, yes. So we are speaking about Airbnb business. That's kind of like the thing here in Vegas with,
of course.
Yeah,
got a lot of students out here.
Hey, like we have all of these. This is really, to me, phenomenal for such a place that hosts events like EDC and all of these. It's hot now
all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
So how do you go about promoting or advertising these things? Is there a platform, or is it more word of mouth, or have you created some place where like, hey, you could pay $29.99 and I know somebody who needs to stay somewhere over there.
Mm-hmm. Stay tuned on that last one. So here's the thing: there are more platforms than just Airbnb. Airbnb is a marketing platform. Think about it that way. Okay. It's customer acquisition. That's it. That's
like all it is.
Good. You do know that.
Yeah.
Yes. I was wondering. Yes. But PeerSpace would be the same thing for commercial and industrial. Yeah. So yes, exactly. So now we've got customer acquisition, but that's not the only channel. Mm-hmm. There's Flipkey, Wimdu, TripAdvisor, and many, 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 many more. Okay. But that's not where the money is. See, the money is in getting the people off the platform and then learning to get them to come to you direct. So, yes, there's about 66 different use cases for short-term rentals. I'll give you one right now.
Write this down.
100%. If you've ever seen or had or heard somebody's house flooding.
Of course. I have friends in Port Charles, Louisiana, and New Orleans.
Exactly.
New Orleans.
No, right. Say it right.
New Orleans.
When that happens, the insurance company pays for them for a place to stay. Mm-hmm. The only reason they're not staying at your short-term rentals is because you did not contact that insurance company.
Wow.
Yeah. And they stay for 30, 60, 90 days at a time. FEMA. Every time you hear of these large natural disasters, tornadoes, earthquakes, hurricanes, etc., same thing, except the government pays for the workers and the people.
So you just contact FEMA and tell them you have...
There's a process, but yes.
Space available.
100%. I can keep going. Obviously, we all know that many, many nurses travel around, but there's a lot of medical travelers, yes, but there are also the companies that place the medical travelers at the hospitals. Guess what they use as an incentive to attract nurses? Housing.
I have a girlfriend. She has a 2-bedroom house. Okay, she in 1 bedroom. She has 8 beds. It's a hostel.
Yep, that's what I was going to say.
That's what she caters to.
Yep.
Traveling nurses.
Hostel is by far the most on a dollar per square foot level. You'll generate
$400 a month.
So
you get 1 room, $3,200. I was like, where's the closet? Where's the bathroom? Where's the drawer?
It doesn't matter. They don't care.
It's not for you.
Exactly.
Okay, I was
and flight attendants do something very similar as well. So if you are near,
jump pad.
I'm
here. Like,
see, these are. But here's the thing. You just have to have enough units to make it make sense for them.
Yes.
That's it. We're playing too small a game because the need is huge. We're saying, well, I'll just dip my toe in and see if it works. Vegas is this is ridiculous. They're still building out here. They're building where everybody is. If you are near a construction site, any construction site, those workers, they're not from the area.
They're not.
Every one of you near oil. Those workers are not from the area. They're staying in a hotel. Chevron is paying a hotel to house their people who are staying there. They're just not paying you because they don't know you. It's a marketing problem. They literally just don't know you exist. They would love to pay you because when they stay at a hotel, you know what they got to do? Check out and check back in every 7 days. They would love to not do that anymore.
Wow, this is just this was really great, guys. I knew this was going to be a phenomenal interview and a great guest, but the information here is endless. Please know that these shows are recorded, so you can follow up. You can come back to my page, Hot 702.5 FM, or find us on YouTube or Instagram, because I suggest I'm going to go back and watch and listen and take notes on this show here, but how can we find you, Jay? How can we take this masterclass?
Yep.
When are we going to do something together? Because I didn't mention earlier that's how we even came in contact, because I wanted to do the game with the minors about it was like a real life game.
Yep.
And describe that real quick in 2 minutes.
So that was the Cash Flow 101 game. It's the simulation of how to use money to create income from assets.
Okay.
That's it. That's what it does.
Okay.
Then that's actually what I do at the end of the day. Now, if you want to, here's what I'm going to do. Go to cashflowdiary.com/blueprint. Cashflowdiary.com/blueprint. It is 8 hours of training. In this 8 hours of training, I'm going to teach you from even if no money, no credit, all the way to how to get your first short-term rental. It's yours.
Hey, you heard that. Tamika, Nina, thank you so much. This is how I came about with this guest. Carmen Sandiego, where are you? I love you. Thank you for introducing me to Jay. One last question. What legacy do you hope to leave behind?
I don't have to hope anymore. I wake up every day knowing that I've already made a difference in so many lives, and that difference continues on. I get letters and emails knowing that there are babies that have been born because the parents can afford artificial insemination. I know that there are children with special needs who are getting the care that they need, because I'm autistic and I have ADHD, and so did this particular kid.
Wait a minute. Stop the freaking press. He gonna wait till the last 3 minutes of the show now, I did not know that, but I have had a conversation with a client. Stop letting these titles define the levels of information and knowledge and education. Yeah. You just spoke about being autistic, and you are smarter than I know in many facets, and probably the majority of the people in the room. So stop selling people short because they have a classification.
I do math very well. Okay. That's what it comes down to. And the things that are related to math, I do very well. That's it. And math has lots of application. Once we find our thing, that's where we're meant to shine. So go do what it is. Don't ask me to proofread a book though. That's not gonna go.
Give him your radio show, your podcast show.
Cashflowdiarypodcast.com. We have about 620 episodes.
Yes, listen, thank you guys so much. It's coming on to my hour. I know you guys were looking for the cat out the bag, but I am the cat out the bag. Around, you see me over here with a good print on. I don't have time for you guys to be out here playing with yourself. Listen, go get some money. Go get the bag. That's what we talking about today. It's too hot to be broke, okay, or broken. Say less, do more.
Yes.
We still in business around here.
Yes.
Thank you, Carmen Sandiego. Thank you, Lachelle. Everybody saying you dope.
Thanks.
Please follow him one more time. Give him your platform.
At Cashflow Diary on all platforms.
At Cashflow Diary. Listen, tap in. Make sure you leave your name or your comment, because we're going to have Jay back and we're going to play that game.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes,
we getting ready. If his credit can go from a 390 to retiring at 38.
38.
With 14. What?
At that time I was at 117 houses.
Okay. Net worth.
A lot.
Damn, he going through a divorce, y'all. We can't get them real numbers right now. But the naked truth is, she ain't gonna have to work when she leave his ass. I I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Miss Connie. This is Levels of Intimacy, the naked truth. Okay, stay tuned in and stay turned on and turned up. Have a great day.